Hey Shadowhunters fans, we're here with Isaiah Mustafa to talk about episode 313, Biati Bellicosi.
Nice, you nailed it. Yeah,
yeah, that's what it is? Okay.
Yeah, Biati Bellicosi.
Bellicosi.
Yeah.
This is a great episode for you because you get to have a little makeout session.
Oh, there's a little romance going on.
Yeah, I've been waiting for Luke to get back in the game.
I think the fans have been waiting for Luke to find the love interest also. So this is it was fun filming this scene. Like me and Nicola, we had a lot of fun, like laughing, talking about like, you know, finally these two, like there's like all this charged energy between these two, and now they're finally like getting together. So
do we think that he's ready since he was mourning Jocelyn for a very long time?
Oh, he's definitely ready. You know, his heart's in the right place. He did his time in the forest where he kind of like went off by himself and kind of found himself. And then when he came back, he was like whole again. So I think he's ready. But if you look at the actual timing of the show, everything happens within about, 75 to 85 days. So is he really ready? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, over 3 seasons, sure. But in real life, like, is that enough time to mourn, your sweetheart?
I think they have good chemistry.
They have really good chemistry, yeah. Like, Nicola and I, the whole time we were filming, like, any of the romance scenes, like, we had all this, like, ridiculously charged, like backstory. So our director would be like, all right, you guys need to tone it down a little bit. Like, they're not that into each other yet.
And do you think the kids are going to be on board with this relationship? Because Clary's basically his daughter, and the Lightwoods are...
Right. Well, this is what makes this episode so great, is because Luke would actually become the father of everybody, because he's kind of like Simon's father figure, Clary's father figure, and the Lightwoods. He would be like Jace, Izzy.
Because Jace is their brother.
Exactly, and Alex. So he literally, everyone on the show, he would be the dad.
It's Papa Luke. Yeah. He's got his little brood.
Yeah, the fans like the fact that he's the show dad. So.
I also like that he encouraged Maya to sort of like take her stake in the pack and like go for alpha, because I think that she really is ready for that role.
Yeah, like there was a little bit of I think Maya is already empowered, and I think that the respect that those two have for each other, she was just didn't want to usurp Luke. But once he said, like, listen, it's not mine, it's actually yours, and it's always been yours. So I think once he kind of let her know that, hey, this is all you. You know, you're a grown woman. You know, you're your own woman. Do your thing. Oh
yeah, but we left her in kind of a terrible place. She was like locked in that freezer with all the vampires after her. Is Luke going to show up to save her?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just say Maya will. You'll see Maya again. How about that?
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Give me hope. Now we're going to check out some secrets from set from Freeform. The scene is Jace and Clary trying to burn off her twinning rune. Let's see how that goes.
All right, let's get this over with.
It's gonna be painful. Sure you're ready for that?
The more it hurts me, the more it hurts Jonathan.
That scene was really interesting because we were still discovering the demonic twinning rune and what it does and sort of where all of those powers lie. You know, something I've learned through Shadowhunters is that there are times where you have these moments that are supposed to be very dramatic that become a little laughable because there's so much that happens in post-production that what we're doing feels a little ridiculous. You know, drawing things in the air, or, crafting magic, or, burning something off your neck that kind of looks like you're using a TV remote.
I'm not 100% sure it isn't a TV remote that they painted silver. And I remember that the first time I used it, when I burnt the circle off of Valentine, it looks like a TV remote, and I was pretty sure that's what it is.
Or, you're in a quiet studio and you're doing this really intimate scene and you have to scream, and your scream is echoing throughout the studio and everyone's just sitting there behind the cameras, quiet as a mouse.
Kat has a very high-pitched scream, which is, great. She was supposed to look like she was in pain, but I spent quite a lot of it being like, it's in my ears. I'm not really gonna forget that sound ever.
You learn to deal with these moments and enjoy them for what they are.
Bring it.
So moving on to our farewell section, because this is Farewell to Shadowhunters.
Yeah.
We get into the sad stuff now. What was the first scene you ever filmed on this show?
The first scene that I ever filmed was the first scene that you see Luke in the first episode, where he's at the docks, or not the docks, but at the murder scene where you see there's like, he's kind of out there and he gets a phone call from his captain and they talk about Jocelyn. But that's the first scene where you see his eyes turn green for the first time.
Right. And without giving anything away, what was the last scene you ever filmed for Shadowhunters?
All I can tell you is that it was with Matthew Daddario, which is a fitting end to everything. Yeah, it was with Matthew Daddario, somewhere in the Institute, having a nice discussion. And there's some bloopers of that too, which may not make it.
Oh no!
Because they're a little racy. But
we love the racy bloopers.
Yeah, I know, but we don't want to offend anybody, but they're not out of control. There's nothing lewd, but they're definitely suggestive. So,
okay.
Yeah. Just
I'll go digging for those.
Between he and I, though, like just between us two, there's some suggestive stuff going on. So.
When did you know that this show was like a hit? Because it just gained momentum.
Yeah, I always said like when Alberto like was a newbie when it came to social media. He had something like 200 Instagram followers like when he first started the show, and then like literally it was 3 days later he had something like 200,000. It was like it just jumped and it was like out of control, and he was like, whoa, and like he had to turn his alerts off, all this stuff, you know. So
because you have like book fans, then there was like the movies, so movie fans, and now Shadowhunters fans.
I think Simon was a character they all fell in love with immediately. Like they were like, okay, I'll accept him. Like I'm not sure about this Luke guy. We got to see what he does first. But Simon, he's in.
It's Alberto Rosende. It's hard not to love him.
He's a fun guy.
And obviously, a lot of people pass away on this show, dearly departed. Which death was the hardest one for you guys to say goodbye to?
Man, I'm just happy I made it through these 3 seasons and didn't get offed. Jocelyn was rough because. Like we all love Max, you know, she was great too, but honestly, there was no other person that could propel the story further other than Jocelyn dying. Yep. So she had to go. As far as like people, cast members, I'm trying to think who died on there that was like interesting. And Joel LaBelle, who played Luke's partner, Alaric,
right?
When he died, it was rough, frustrating. A little liberating because Joel used to just annoy the heck out of me with like silly little pranks all the time, so I didn't have those to deal with anymore. But everything else was just like, But the one thing that happened was when Joel died in the scene, if the fans go back to it, his mouth is wide open and like they have to like, you know, cover his eyes and everything. So they needed werewolf teeth because you never saw him turn into a werewolf. So they used my old werewolf teeth and put them in his mouth. So I was like, we can get some new ones for me. I don't want those back. You know, I'm sorry you had to eat those, but I don't want those back. It was kind of funny, but.
Well, that leads nicely into my next question, though. Okay. What was the best on-set prank anyone ever pulled?
Dom's probably the champion of pranks.
Really?
Because, he's like locking Kat in her, you know, her trailer. But I think the best one that he pulled was, because it's still going on now, he pictured his headshot everywhere in Alberto's trailer. So every time Alberto lifted a toilet seat anywhere, these headshots would just fly.
Man.
And Alberto told us recently that he's like, I'm sure I didn't get them all out of my trailer, so they're still in there. So somebody in Toronto is like, you know, on some other show one day is probably gonna like, oh, what's this? And like, oh, it's Dom Sherwood.
We're gonna pull back the curtain. Yeah. It's gonna be Dom Sherwood hanging.
A standee, yeah.
And finally, what do you hope the legacy of this show is now that it's coming to an end?
Man, the legacy of Shadowhunters, I would love for it to be seen as this cool little 55 episode, just like cult hit that people like really, really dig into and love. The way people love like Buffy and stuff like that, you know, but like, or Veronica Mars or something, you know, like where it's so cool that people really dig into these 55 episodes and find like, you know, like this is what I love this little show, this little silly thing. They find little silly moments and, you know, create whatever drinking games or whatever out of, you know, who knows what people do with TV shows. But I would love for it to be something like that. Well, we're ending with a game. It's my favorite game ever. It's called Rudimentary Knowledge, and it is going to test your knowledge of runes used on Shadowhunters. That's not fair. I mean, you know, like, you used to be a Shadowhunter. I feel like you could be. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. You just have to. What do they do? Oh, well, okay. Yeah, they confuse me.
Fair.
Let me see. What is that one? I don't know. It's like an eye. So knowing rune.
You know, that's actually not far. It's clairvoyant sight.
Okay. There you go. Look at that.
Gives you knowledge of the future.
That one is interesting. Can you flip it upside down though? Is that the Parabatai rune?
No, but it's close.
What
It
is
looks like the Parabatai rune.
Yeah.
This is the fearless rune.
Okay. Oh boy. Yeah,
I started with all the hard ones. I'm so mean.
I know what this one is. I used to know. What is that? Protection rune?
Insight.
Insight. Oh, looks like a tennis racket.
These are all the hard
Oh,
ones.
that's the Parabatai, right? No, wait, hold on. I have that on a pillow.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a truth. No. Oh yeah, sure. It's strong. It's a strength rune. Yeah, of course. A cool fan made a pillow for me and put that on the pillow. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yes.
Well, that fan is very happy for that shout out you just gave them.
For your assist. What is this? This is crazy. Tracking. No.
Agility.
Agility.
Which you would use in tracking.
Yeah.
So. I feel like you'll know the next one for sure.
Okay. Oh yeah. Angel. Yeah.
The angelic rune. You got it.
Angelic rune. That's the easy one. Yeah. Oh man, what is this one? The jumping rune?
Alberto actually came up with a good explanation for this one.
GPS
It's the
rune?
That's close. Precision.
Precision.
And he said it looks like a crosshairs.
Yeah, it does. It looks like the intersection. Is that the Racy? Did I say it already?
I don't think so.
Okay, then.
Stamina.
Stamina. Dang it! I need a list here. That's the healing rune.
That is
Yeah.
the healing rune.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah. Oh man.
You've also said this one.
That I did? Oh man, I've said so many things at this point. Huh? What did we say? We said agility. We got that. Strength. We got that. Tracking. Is that the tracking?
It's not the tracking
Oh, but I
one.
said it right.
You did.
What did I say? I'm sorry.
Parabatai.
Parabatai. Dang it.
And last one.
Oh man, Racy, right?
Someone said that name before too. I need to look up these names.
I forget what it does, but Alec always had it on his neck.
Yep.
Man, what is that rune? That's not tracking. Did I say tracking?
You did say tracking,
Did we
but it's
get
also
tracking?
not. Tracking's not in here, but
Okay.
I feel like I've let you down because I didn't put tracking in there.
Is that the protection rune?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's deflect.
Yeah, deflect. I knew it was something like that.
You got it.
Yeah, because Alec had it on his neck. That's so hard for a downworlder.
It is. That was high expectations for you.
Yeah, I
But
feel like Luke, once he stopped being a Shadowhunter, he's like, forget it. I don't need to learn this stuff anymore. I'm
Screw
so
it.
happy. But yeah, it's like getting out of college. You're like, I'm done with math. Done with it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having me. It was fun. Yeah.
I'm so glad that we got to talk to you about this episode, and I'm so excited to see what's coming next for Maris and Luke.
Oh, it's gonna get tense. I'm telling. I can give you a little teaser without.
Please do.
Yeah. Window love. Done. Not gonna say anything else.
Ooh.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I like it.
Yep.
Well, new episodes are going to be out Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, so tune in next week. Bye, Shadowhunters fans.